Chilly start to this day, right?
Yesterday, I think you could have gotten away with either heat or no heat in the morning. Today, you're probably going to want it.
Just letting you know before you head on out there right now. That's why we also bring in Beth Finello, who can break that down a little more for us, right?
I definitely turned my heat on in my car on my 6-minute drive to work today.
So did I. Mine's not much longer, but you have to grit your teeth for most of it for it to turn warm.
Oh, right. It's so cold.
Still worth it.
And temperatures are going to be in the 30s this morning as you head out the door. And we're only going to make it into the 50s today. It's going to be a very fall-like day.
It's that very fall-like day in between a lot of 70-degree days, right?
Yeah, exactly. So right now we're starting off with temperatures in the 40s. It's 40 right now in Springfield on a northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. We're looking at clear skies, not looking at any clouds through the day today. It's 41 in Branson, 44 in Harrison, Arkansas, 43 in Mountain Grove, and 44 in West Plains. We're running about 20 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday, and with winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, our feel-like temperatures are in the 30s. It feels like it's 33 in Springfield, 35 in Branson, and it feels like 35 up in Rolla. As you head out the door this morning, you're definitely going to need your jackets because we'll have temperatures in the 30s and 40s through about lunchtime, and then through the afternoon temperatures will make it into the upper 50s and lower 60s with plenty of sunshine, but overall a cool day today, but lots of sunshine. We'll have that gradual warming trend through the end of the week, and then we've got more storm chances to talk about for Saturday, Sunday, and eventually into Monday. We'll do details in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Beth. We need to start this morning by letting you know an increase in stolen vehicles and break-ins is happening in the Phelps Grove neighborhood as 4 reports were filed over the weekend. 2 of those were from the same address. Eric Pauley from the Phelps Grove Neighborhood Association tells us he's noticed an increase in crime and is warning people to make sure they pay attention and protect their belongings.
It's been a very unusual uptick in our neighborhood. We're usually a very quiet neighborhood over here. I think one of the most important things is, again, to take a look at your surroundings. Look at where you're at, what your vehicles are like, what your home looks like, and you need to view this more from the bad guy's point of view, if you will. I think it's more of a crime of opportunity.
According to Springfield Police, over 1,000 vehicles have been reported stolen so far this year.
We also have a traffic alert to let you know about. Coming up next week, part of Commercial Street will be closing down for more than a month while crews work to improve the intersection at Division and Commercial. The street will be closed from Division to Locust for about 6 weeks. Drivers are advised to find a different route until the road reopens. The intersection will be modified into a more traditional one with a new stop sign. Sidewalks will also be relocated to run parallel to the road.
Taking a look around the Ozarks, Nixa City Council has appointed a new councilman now that Kendall Dengus has stepped down. He was just appointed in August but resigned last month when his son was diagnosed with high-risk cancer. He says his short time serving Nixa has been an honor and hopes to serve the community again once his son recovers. Jared Giddens has been appointed to that open seat, though. He will hold that spot through the municipal election, which is happening on April 7th.
Keeping your money local can help the state's economy. That's the idea behind Buy Missouri Week. Lieutenant Governor Mike Kehoe visited the Water Wheel Leather Company yesterday afternoon in Ozark. He looked at a lot of products at the leather company where the owner says he's trying to keep everything as local as possible.
And then take Missourians to a website, buymissouri.net, where they could find where those products were located and how to buy them. If Missourians have a choice to buy a window that's made in Missouri versus a window that's made in Iowa, they may choose quality and price pending the window made in Missouri.
Lieutenant Governor Kehoe is visiting both current Buy Missouri members and prospective members to continue growing the program.
In your news around the region, Springdale police are investigating a high school teacher for inappropriate social media interactions with a student. A female Springdale High student who is under 18 filed a report this week. The teacher being investigated is 57-year-old Randall Scott Peckham. The school district says that it has taken appropriate action to ensure he has no interaction with students for now. Police couldn't tell us which type of social media he's accused of using, but they are encouraging anyone with information to help with this investigation.
We want to make sure that, if there's other students that are in this class or students at the school that have interaction with this teacher, that parents can talk to them and say, hey, what's going on? Have you had any interactions with this teacher?
And An arrest hasn't been made yet, though, as it is still early on in this investigation.
Fayetteville council members have passed the expansion on the styrofoam ban to include restaurants and businesses. Currently, the city prohibits the sale of single-use disposable styrofoam containers on city property, as well as the purchase with city money. The proposed ban will apply to all food trucks, vendors, restaurants, and businesses everywhere in Fayetteville, even if they're sitting on private property.
One way that we can certainly protect the environment is to get rid of the styrofoam. So we're taking it a step at a time. The city has already committed to this, and we don't use any styrofoam products.
The ordinance will go into effect May 1st, 2020. There will be a grace period to transition to a new material for local restaurants and businesses.
Just getting started for you this morning. Still ahead on Daybreak, GM strike could be wrapping up soon. And
an e-cig ban in Michigan is reversed for now. We'll explain why in your Money Watch.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak. And now weather with meteorologist Beth Finello.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. We're finally starting to see some colors popping on the trees. This tree out in Ava, Missouri, you see starting to see some of those reds pop on the top of those leaves. And we've seen all of the ingredients for fall foliage to start changing. We've had chilly nights, mild and sunny days, no big storms coming through. And remember last week we had our first freeze. So we are going to start to see these leaves change into those fall colors. Our peak typically is around late October. We've got another chilly morning. We've got 40 degrees right now in Springfield on a north and west wind at 10 miles an hour. It's 41 in Branson, 44 in West Plains, 40 up in Rolla, and 40 in Mountain Grove. We're running about 20 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday, and with winds out of the north and west between 10 and 15 miles per hour, our feel-like temperatures are in the 30s. It feels like it's 33 in Springfield, 35 in Branson, 38 in West Plains, and 35 up in Rolla. Not looking at anything on satellite and radar. We've we've got clear skies as you head out today, and we'll keep the clear skies throughout much of the day. Our cold front that brought us those showers yesterday, now well off to our east, and a high pressure is going to slide into the Ozarks today. And with that, it's going to bring chilly temperatures, but clear conditions. Lots of sunshine is expected through this afternoon, even though temperatures are only going to top off in the upper 50s and lower 60s. So despite all the sunshine, we're going to stay on the relative cool side today and below average for this time of year, not something that we've seen a whole lot of during the month of October. Through the overnight hours, mostly starry skies and temperatures once again in the upper 30s. Now we'll be near normal for much of this week. We'll have temperatures gradually warming back up into the 70s tomorrow and again into Friday. Then we're going to enter an unsettled pattern for Saturday, Sunday into Monday. So we're going to ride the temperature roller coaster. We'll have temperatures in the 60s. We'll have a warm day on Sunday with temperatures in the middle 70s, then back down into the 60s for the beginning of next week. Our rain chances really start to uptick, especially Friday night into the morning hours on Saturday. Then we get a little bit of a lull Saturday afternoon into the evening, and even into the day on Sunday. But Sunday night into Monday morning, a cold front's going to come in, and that's going to bring in another round of showers and storms that will keep the storm chances early in the day on Monday. Now, this cold shot's going to move out. That's going to open the door for some warmer temperatures. We'll have a gradual warming trend through the end of the week, and then that storm system's really going to push in, bringing that chance of showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. Now, I don't think that severe weather is out of the question. I just don't exactly have a timing or totals of rain chances through the end of the weekend and into the beginning of the week. I think that we will see some heavy rain with this rain on Sunday night into Monday, but again, in terms of timing and totals, that's still something that we'll need to nail down. Sunny today, temperatures in the upper 50s, and cooler tonight, temperatures chilly once again in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, temperatures in the 70s, warmer and lots of sunshine. Will be even warmer again on Friday with a couple of clouds moving in, lots of sunshine. Then we'll have morning shower chances on Saturday. We'll stay dry through most of the day Saturday and through most of the day on Sunday. Overnight storms push in Sunday night into Monday, then cooler on Tuesday.
Strong quarterly results boosted Wall Street on Tuesday. The Dow rallied 237 points. The Nasdaq jumped 100 and the S&P 500 gained 29. Stocks in Europe are trading in choppy waters on Brexit news. Negotiators from the United Kingdom and European Union worked late into the night and said they hope to come to a deal by Thursday. The UK is set to leave the EU at the end of this month. Michigan's flavored e-cigarette ban has been put on hold. A judge said it may force adults to return to smoking tobacco products and hurt the vaping business. Michigan's governor says she will appeal the decision and wants the state Supreme Court to issue a quick and final ruling on the dispute. After exactly 1 month in, the General Motors strike may be nearing an end. CEO Mary Barra was at the negotiating table yesterday, suggesting GM and the United Auto Workers Union are making progress. The union also called its local officers to Detroit this week, possibly to vote on a tentative agreement. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Up next in sports, a good season comes to a tough end.
Yeah, that's right. Good stretch down the home stretch for the Cardinals, just not these last 4 games. Swept out of the playoffs. We'll take you through that final game when we return.
The St. Louis Cardinals' postseason run ended with a whimper last night in Washington, D.C. The Nationals completed their 4-game sweep as the Cardinals' offense just couldn't find its way out of the swamp. Mike Schultz, Redbirds already down 2-0 in the first inning when Washington's Victor Robles would lift this fly ball to short right between Colton Wong and Jose Martinez, and it drops in for a base hit, and Juan Soto scores to make it 3-0 Nationals. Next batter is Yan Gomes, and he would single into left. Howie Kendrick and Ryan Zimmerman both come in to score, and Washington owned a 5-0 lead. It was 7-0 after the very first inning, but the Cardinals would fight back in this game. Fourth inning, Yadier Molina deep to center, solo shot to make it a 7-1 ball game. It was 7-2 in the fifth inning when Martinez would rifle this one off of the boards in right. Colton Wong and Dexter Fowler both come in to score. That would make it a 7-4 game. But that is as close as the Cardinals would get. Tommy Edman would fly out to center field here. Washington wins the pennant, 4-0, wins the game 7-4, and they're off to the World Series. In the American League Championship Series, Jose Altuve and Josh Reddick hit home runs. Houston beats the Yankees 4-1. Houston leads the best of 7, 2-1 in the ALCS. The Missouri State Bears will face a major challenge Saturday afternoon when they go to the Fargo Dome to play North Dakota State. In our Bear Nation report, Missouri State will face the #1 team in the country in the FCS ranks. In addition to that, the Bison are the 2-time defending national champions, and they have won 27 straight games. The Missouri State players know the odds, they know how tough North Dakota State will be, but they also look at it as an opportunity to pull a major upset.
Another opponent, try not to think about too much about them being a #1 team, just worrying about us and trying to be the best we can be this week.
So every single week is, great shirt, great jersey, great brand. There's nobody, we should really be inferior or superior over. But at the same time, we're cognizant. It's North Dakota State, get something else fired under your belt.
Cardinals weren't the only St. Louis team in Washington, D.C. Yesterday, the St. Louis Blues, along with Layla and Lord Stanley's Cup, were in the Rose Garden. The Marine Corps band playing Gloria as the team assembled behind the president. Blues met with President Trump. He recognized them as the NHL champions. And the Blues presented the commander-in-chief with a Blue Note sweater. Jaden Schwartz shook Trump's hand and invited him to play some golf. I'm Dan Lucy with your morning sports.
Boy, one high and one low in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blues get to the White House. That's what you do when you win a title, but the Cardinals swept out of the playoffs. Very tough.
Yeah, that was rough waking up too.
Yeah, it was a little tough, and it's so quick that it ends, but hey, good year for a team that was under 500 during the All-Star break.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, not bad at all. This morning, though, you know what? We finished baseball. We get that colder weather with it, right?
Yeah, it's chilly out the door this morning. We've got temperatures in the 30s and 40s. It's 40 degrees right now in Springfield on a north and west wind at 10 miles per hour. We're not looking at any clouds this morning. We'll stay lots of sunshine and clear today. It's 41 in Branson, 44 in Harrison, Arkansas, 39 in Clinton, and 44 in West Plains. We're running about 15 to 20 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday, and with winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, our feel-like temperatures are back in the 30s. It's 33 in Springfield. Feel-like temperatures feel like 35 in Branson, and it feels like 33 in Mountain Grove. Good news is you're definitely not going to need the air conditioning today. You can absolutely turn it off, and if you're a fan of the chillier weather, you could absolutely open the windows. Temperatures today will top off near 60. We've got a cold AM ride, but we are dry and good to go for lunchtime dismissal and for your PM commute. As the kids head out to the bus stop, be sure to grab an extra jacket. We'll have temperatures in the 30s, plenty of sunshine. By dismissal, we'll have a sunny afternoon, but still chilly with temperatures in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Heading out to get coffee, grab that extra large. We'll have those temperatures in the 40s through about lunchtime, and then temperatures only going to top off near 60 by this afternoon. Overnight tonight, temperatures once again will drop into the 30s, and then tomorrow temperatures only going to make it into the upper 60s and lower 70s. If you want to go apple picking, we are good to go today, tomorrow, and Friday. And if you really want to go out and enjoy this fall weather, I say do it before the weekend, because we do have rain chances for Saturday, Sunday, and again into Monday.
All right, Beth, that sounds good. Coming up next, we have a review of last night's Democratic debate.
And we'll talk about what Joe Biden said defending himself against President Trump's accusations when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. 5:24 on this Wednesday morning. Democratic candidates went through a 3-hour debate in Ohio last night, and former Vice President Joe Biden had to defend himself from President Trump's recent accusations. Senator Elizabeth Warren was defending herself from multiple attacks on that stage. Danya Backus is in Westerville, Ohio today.
Last night's debate started with one thing all 12 candidates agreed upon.
The impeachment must go forward. Donald Trump needs to be held accountable.
Former Vice President Joe Biden defended himself and his son from President Trump's insistence they be investigated by foreign countries.
He's going after me because he knows if I get the nomination, I will beat him like a drum.
The debate then turned to Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's been rising in the polls.
The difference between a plan and a pipe dream is something that you can actually get done.
Warren took heat for her Medicare for All plan.
Will you raise taxes on the middle class to pay for it, yes or no?
So I have made clear what my principles are here.
A yes or no question that didn't get a yes or no answer.
But said she's the best candidate for the general election.
I will outwork, out-organize, and outlast anyone, and that includes Donald Trump, Mike Pence, or whoever the Republicans get stuck with.
With 12 people on stage here in Ohio, last night's debate was the largest in modern history. It also featured 3 candidates over the age of 70.
We know that the most unhealthy person running for the presidency in 2020 is Donald Trump.
78-year-old Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders said he's up for a vigorous campaign, even after suffering a heart attack 2 weeks ago.
And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so happy to be back here with you this evening.
4 of the 12 candidates have not qualified for next month's debate in Georgia. Danya Backus, CBS News, Westerville, Ohio.
That debate is November 20th in Atlanta, and it has higher polling and fundraising thresholds that candidates must meet in order to qualify. Bottom of the hour for you. Still ahead, the University of Arkansas is making it easier for women to receive breast cancer screenings.
Plus, we know young people are vaping, but just how many? We'll break down the numbers from a new study next.
Good morning. My name is Beckett. I go to Boyd Elementary School. Today is October 16th, and the lunch menu is country popcorn chicken bowl, cheeseburger, orange glazed carrots, fresh zucchini, and diced strawberries. Bye.
Welcome back into Daybreak this morning. It's Wednesday, October 16th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Moreno. Hope you're doing well out there. If you're a Cardinals fan, though, maybe a tough morning, right?
Yeah, maybe hit this snooze button a few extra minutes.
Our audio guy, Jeff, did tell me, though, 16 weeks until spring training.
He's counting down.
There you go. You guys got to start it the next day, already look to the next season.
Well, there's always a next season. That is the good news.
That is what we like about sports, for sure. So it's going to be all right. We'll just watch the rest of these playoffs inside because, you know, days like today, it'll be a little bit cold. Maybe you don't want to go outside much, right, Beth Finello?
That's right, Joe Moreno.
She's in for Elisa this morning. We're talking about, it's a random, really fall-like day compared to what we've had lately.
Yeah, we were in the 70s, and then today we're going to be in the 50s, and then the 70s come back for tomorrow and Friday. So just got to get through today of this chillier air at least.
Gotcha.
And we're starting off this morning colder, a lot colder than we were yesterday. And you could feel it as you head out the door this morning. We've got temperatures right now in the 40s here in Springfield. It's 40 right now with a northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. We've got clear skies out there this morning. We're not looking at any clouds as you head out the door, and we're going to look at lots of sunshine through the day today. It's 41 in Branson, 40 in Monette, 41 in Camdenton, and 37 up in Clinton. We're running about 15 to 20 degrees colder than we were at this time yesterday, and with winds out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, our feel-like temperatures are in the 30s. It feels like it's 33 in Springfield, 35 in Branson, and 36 out in Joplin. Through the rest of today, lots of sunshine. Temperatures only going to top off, though, in the upper 50s and a couple of lower 60s. So by dismissal, you are going to need your jacket, so make sure you grab it as you head out the door. But plenty of sunshine, giving it the grade of a B. That's what Futurecast shows you, lots of sunshine. Then overnight tonight, temperatures will drop back again into the 30s. Tomorrow, temperatures up near 70. Lots of sunshine. We'll talk about our next rain chances in a few minutes.
We have some medical coverage for you this half hour. E-cigarette use in young adults is increasing after a 3-year decline. Now we're seeing 18 to 24-year-olds increasing those vape habits. And this morning, we take a look at if this is going to extend to older generations.
New research from the FDA shows teen vaping continues to skyrocket, with almost 30% of high schoolers currently using e-cigs.
The solution that they use is frequently flavored, like cotton candy or fruit punch, things that don't make teenagers think, oh, there's nicotine in this.
Dr. Lori Anderson says 60% of teenagers don't even know vaping solution can contain addictive ingredients like nicotine.
This can be a gateway for teenagers to start smoking the cigarettes even if they never had before.
This is Vapor Maven manager Donnie Scott. He says he doesn't want teens vaping either. He says he'll even stop them at the door if they try to buy from his shop.
Because if you don't already have that addiction, you know, it's not good to start up. And while vaping is a safer alternative, you know, it is still nicotine. And that's not something that the younger generations really need.
Now that trend in teens vaping has seeped into the next generation. Vaping among 18 to 24-year-olds had dropped over the past 3 years until a recent spike. Scott says for the older generation, it's not the feeling of fitting in that's driving them to vape, it's the health benefits.
I get a lot of actually older people in this shop, probably 36 to 60, who are getting off cigarettes, moving to salt nic, which is a higher level nicotine, to help cut back on the amount that they're smoking, and eventually move into zeros and then just not consuming nicotine at all.
Right now, about 80% of the people who vape are under 35. So, yeah, I think the numbers are just continuing to increase.
While there is pending legislation to try to end the vaping trend, Scott says it's not likely people will stop anytime soon.
People are going to get it, whether it's from an established business that does it right, or their homeboy down the street who's making it in his kitchen. You know, it's not going to go anywhere.
Both Scott and Anderson say the reason behind the growing vaping trend could also come from its ability to be discreet, both in packaging and in scent.
The University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences is going on the road offering mobile breast cancer screenings to women across the state. This month, women in Central Arkansas will have 2 opportunities to get their annual mammogram. Distance is usually what stands in the way of getting the life-saving screening. That's why the mobile mammo van will be at the Arkansas State Fair Friday.
We've had many ladies that have walked several miles, blocks to come. A lot of the community partners that we've worked with have picked up people. Some of the clinics may have vans. So the travel access really can be a barrier.
Next week, the van will be at the Clinton Center in Little Rock. Since 2010, more than 130 breast cancers have been detected, all thanks to the mobile mammogram van.
In some political coverage for you, a tax increase is bringing in more than $4 million a year to fix a struggling Central Arkansas city. But now there are questions of if that money is being wasted for the Go Forward Pine Bluff initiative. Susan L. Corey took a deeper look into what's going on.
Crumbling buildings have become the norm in downtown Pine Bluff, and there's no denying this look isn't a good one.
None of this is putting the community best interests at heart.
Fixing up Main Street is one of the jobs of Go Forward Pine Bluff, but Alderman Ivan Whitfield is wondering why taxpayers are footing the bill without seeing a change.
We're spending too much taxpayer money freely.
One of his biggest questions was a recent deal to buy up empty lots like this one, arguing it was overpriced.
And I just feel like we're going to be stuck with no way out.
I went to the county and pulled property records and found in the past year, Go Forward bought 7 buildings and lots. But what they paid and the assessed value is a pretty steep difference.
We, again, 100% stand by that.
This map shows everything was bought within a couple blocks. Go Forward paid $560,000, but tax records put the value at just under $200,000. The program CEO admits it's not ideal.
Could it have been bought for less?
Yes, absolutely. If the seller would have agreed to sell it less.
What he says they need is time to prove its worth.
It's worth more to us in the city in a redeveloped state than it is now. Right now, it's bringing in 0 or very little tax dollars.
The city of Pine Bluff continues to lose when we invest our money this way.
2 different takes on the price it'll take to bring back this city.
Susan L. Corey reporting there. Alderman Whitfield says he's not going to give up on his plan and wants to bring it up at the next city council meeting.
As you head out the door this morning, be sure to grab an extra jacket. We've got temperatures in the 30s and 40s. It's 40 right now here in Springfield with northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Our feel-like temperatures are in the 30s this morning, and temperatures only going to warm up into the 50s today. We've got that, plus next rain chances coming this weekend. We'll talk about that right after the break. Don't go anywhere.